What's up, guys? Today we're going through the 4 steps to dealing with a customer complaint, because at the end of the day, if you piss someone off, they're gonna tell all their friends and you're gonna start to lose business. So here's how you actually deal with it correctly. Hey guys, this is Logan Shinholster with Contractor Growth Network, and today we're diving deep into a problem that actually one of the team members here at Full Sail has. She actually just went and got her car worked on and had a bad experience. So we're gonna walk through what she dealt with and then kind of walk through the 4 steps that they should have done, and then how you can actually apply each of those 4 steps to your customer service experience. So clients who may not have the best things to say about you don't go around and spread bad rumors about you, and then you're SOL and out of business. So let's go ahead and jump on in with Laura's story.
I realized one day while I was driving my car that it was making a really weird noise in the left front side of my car, and I felt it too. It was shaking, and I called my dad and I was like, it feels like my tire's gonna fall off, and he's like, okay, well check the lug nuts to see if they're loose. So I brought my car to Firestone to get alignment done, and so I was like, okay, this is kind of weird because they're not supposed to mess with your tires, they're not supposed to take it off. So my dad was like, it's possible that they took your left front wheel off and to see if you needed like your brakes done to upsell you on that. So I was like, okay. So after Friday night, after we all hung out, I went to my car and tightened it, and I was actually able to turn the lug nuts with my hands, which is like really weird because I'm 5'1", I'm not that strong, and so I was like, why am I able to do this? And so I was pretty pissed off, so I called my parents. I was like, okay, someone definitely messed with my wheels. It was only my left front tire too, everything else was fine. And then my dad was like, yeah, most likely they like checked your brakes, and whoever messed with it didn't torque it back down properly. And so the following week, I believe, I called them when I had time, and I told them, like, hey, after I brought my car to you guys, I realized my left front tire was making a really weird noise, and then I told them I was able to tighten it, like the lug nuts were really loose. And I told him, I was like, or the first thing he said to me, he was like, well, did you get your tires done here? And I was like, no, only alignment, so you guys shouldn't have messed with my tires at all. And then I explained to him, I was like, I drive to uptown Charlotte, and my tire could have flown off, hurt someone, hurt me, and so it's just very dangerous. So I was like, I just want to let you know. He apologized and was like, I'll talk to whoever, worked on your car. And that was it.
Okay, so how'd you feel like walking away from that?
Well, I mean, I was kind of satisfied letting them know like what happened, but I was still kind of annoyed because it was like they shouldn't have done it in the first place. And the guy was like kind of nice about it, but he kind of went about like it wasn't their fault at first. But then after I told him, I'm like, this problem didn't happen until after I brought my car to you guys.
So with that story, I mean, you've come and you've told all of us. I mean, do you think any of us would now go to that store?
Probably not. Also because it's in Mooresville.
Yeah. So it's a combination of like, it's a story, but then the fact that they like the way that they like left it with you, which is more of like yeah, okay, I'll talk to whoever, but it's not really our fault type deal. Like that can't be like leaving you with like a good feeling in your stomach that they're actually going to do something about it.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing they said to me was, would you like to come back in for us to check it? But I told them, I was like, no, my dad's working on it because he's a mechanic.
Yeah. Okay. So let's talk about that. So there's actually 4 steps to dealing with a customer complaint. Whether they're right, whether they're wrong, it doesn't really matter, because at the end of the day, it may not be their fault, but it is their problem. So let's go through that. So step number 1 is going to be acknowledge the problem. When it comes to them actually talking about the problem, making sure that they heard you, how'd you feel that went?
When they acknowledged it, I mean, I was like, okay, you're kind of understanding it. But I also just felt like he was just saying it to say it.
Which is called a counterfeit yes, meaning he's just like trying to get you off the phone.
Yeah.
So what should have happened in this situation is he should have reaffirmed or said, okay, do you mind if I just like repeat back the problem that you're having to make sure that I'm understanding you? And then he actually repeats everything back, so that way it's like, that you're being heard. Because at this point, by him just going, oh, okay, I got you, I mean, how much of that do you think you heard? I mean, it could be none, could be all of it, but you don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, so acknowledge. Number 2 is going to be apologize. So when it comes to the apology, did he apologize?
Eventually, towards the end, like before we hung up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, with the apology, I mean, the reason it goes in this order is that if they immediately go into like just apologizing, then it doesn't feel sincere. Because it's just like, hey, this happened. They're just like, oh, I'm so sorry. But it's like, do they even know what happened? So the apology should always follow directly after they acknowledge everything, and then actually making it sound like they give a shit. Okay? So part 3 is going to be make it right. So what that part 3 means is that now that they've acknowledged what your problem is by reaffirming what you're saying, then they've apologized for it. Now it's their chance to make it right. So what did they do to try to make this right?
He asked me if I wanted to bring my car back in to get checked, but I told him no, because I was like, I don't want to bring it back there because my dad was checking it, but also I just didn't want to like take my time to bring it back to some place that probably...
It's a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
And when you walk back in there, I mean, and they know that you're there just because you called in and complained, are they excited to have you there?
No.
No. Do you think it's going to be obvious when you walk in and they go, oh, you're Laura?
Mm-hmm.
So in this case, making it right, does that place do oil changes or anything like that?
Yes, I think they do everything basically.
I mean, what if they offered you just like, hey, look, you know, so this is the problem. Yes. Hey, we're super sorry. Like sometimes mistakes happen. It may not have been us, but at the same time, it may have been. Could I offer you like a free oil change certificate so next time you come in, the oil change is on us? How would that have made you feel?
I mean, I think I would have been happier because it seemed like they were actually trying to acknowledge it and apologize, and they're like sincere about it.
Yeah, plus in this case, when they do that, now they're getting you back in the store. So if something does go wrong, talk about upsells, you're back in their environment. So they can actually like, you know, hey, you know, we did the free oil change. By the way, you know, your front left tire's loose. Did you know that?
Yeah, it makes me like feel like they actually want to keep me as a customer.
Yeah, exactly. So that's make it right. And the last part is going to be write it down. So when they left it as like, you know, oh yeah, like we're going to go, like we'll go talk to the guy. Do you think they actually talked to him?
I mean, I'm not sure. I wish now that you bring it, like you brought it up, I wish that I confirmed it with him. Like, if he, like, I know they use computers, so it's possible that they typed it down or he wrote it, so there's no way of knowing unless I called back.
So what if he did this? So he went through the whole, you know, if we just run through the 4 steps and he goes, you know, hey Laura, like, do you mind if I just like repeat back to you what I'm hearing? So it sounds like you've been driving and you were hearing kind of a weird noise in the front left tire. So you brought it in here. We did the realignment, and then sometime after you had it in here, you went back and you tightened up the lug nut with your own hand, so it was super loose, and somehow, you know, just the front left tire is loose. Did I get that right?
Yes.
Okay. So Laura, you know, like sometimes like stuff like this happens, and I sincerely apologize. Like, you know, that shouldn't have happened because it's, you know, not what we do here when we do alignments, but it may have been, so I'm really sorry about that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So, Laura, just to try to make this right, you know, we'd love for you to bring the car back in just so we can inspect it again, but I'd also like to throw in just a coupon for a free oil change. So next time that, you know, you got to get your oil changed, it's going to be on us. So just, you know, we'll get you squared away with that. Would that be okay?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. And then from here, I'm just going to write it down so I don't miss anything as soon as we get off the phone. And then I'll go ahead and I'll talk to the mechanic that may have been working on it that day just to make sure that something like this doesn't happen again if it did happen. How would something like that go instead?
I mean, it seems more sincere. So.
Like they actually care, right?
Yeah.
Like they totally care. So that's something that like when you're dealing with as a small business, like if people get mad at you because like mistakes are inevitable, that's just part of running a business, actually running through each one of these 4 steps is gonna really help to, one, have it so like if you spread like, oh yeah, my lug nut got messed up, you're then also gonna say, by the way, they also gave me a free oil change and took care of it. So it's like, It's less about how a company messed up and more about how a company fixed the problem that they caused or may not have caused, but it goes back on them. That's really what makes a business a business. You like that?
Yeah, thank you, Logan, for that lesson.
All right, guys, so I hope that helped. Do me a favor. The step number 5 is going to be to hit that like button on Facebook. That's the thumb right there. I'm sorry. Oh, it's on YouTube. God damn it. Let me do it again. All right, guys, so I hope this helps. These 4 steps will really help any problem that you have, because at the end of the day, most people just want to feel like they're being heard, and that's really what it comes down to. So acknowledge, apologize, make it right, write it down, smash the like button. Thank you.